Hello everybody, Finkles here, back for a new video. First of all, I just wanted to thank you all because I've been having like 2 successful videos and that's just exciting for me. Because I have another channel in Spanish which is like pop culture related, and that kind of videos are really formulaic, I gotta be like, today we're gonna speak about this, and I mean I really don't enjoy that a lot. I enjoy making it overall, but I feel like the type of videos that I enjoy making the most are these ones where I can just not worry about having to hyper entertain and every moment being like, we're gonna speak about this and we're gonna do that, and I can just relax, chill, and just share my ideas in a way I like. And that's not to say that I don't have to improve on some things. Like, I still want to improve. I feel like my English is still very weird sometimes, and sometimes I feel like I pause a lot. So if you guys know how to get more fluent in English, that would be really helpful if you guys tell me. Maybe it's a course, maybe it's a method. Like, I'm doing videos really consistently, so I feel like if I keep speaking in English for a year or 2 years, my English will improve a lot. But if there's an active thing that I can do, then I'll definitely give it a try. But enough speaking about other things, and today we're gonna speak about something that occurred to me because of a person that commented on one of my videos. It's Pokefan213. So from what I'm understanding, Z-A is taking place right after the events of the X and Y games. So instead of being in the past like Pokémon Legends Arceus, this one is in the nearish future. Now here's the question, does that mean there's no regional forms like in Arceus because it's the same region and so close to the present? That would be a shame because I really like that, and Alpha Pokemon 2, gonna miss those both. And so yeah, in my previous video, which is Pokemon Z-A is kinda weird but in a good way, I didn't realize this, but yeah, also there's not gonna be Pokemon from the past. Kinda like how we got Hisuian Growlithe. And how is this important? Well, it is kind of important because I feel like that was a selling point to a lot of the people that bought Pokémon Legends Arceus. In fact, I went on to replying, yeah, you make a great point, didn't even consider that. We actually might not be getting regional variants, unless of course they find a clever way to introduce them. They kinda have to have regional variants in some form. I think that would be a turnoff for so many people if they didn't. And Pokemon 213 replied, if they somehow don't have regional forms in this Legends game, then I don't think I'll buy it honestly. Which is actually understandable, a lot of people were excited about these Hisuian forms. So basically I wanted to make this video to open the conversation about what you guys think could be, but also give my own propositions to what we could get instead of the Hisuian forms. And I think there's 2 main routes in which they could go about it. One could be, yeah, you get absolutely no regional form because, well, it's basically Lumiose City, just a little bit in the future. But you got some Mega Evolutions, so yeah, you should be happy with that. And a second option, which is kind of obvious, but it would be, yeah, basically there will be some Lumiose Pokemons that got even more accustomed to being in the city and they basically adapted into the city. Like we saw in the trailer that there was like a Trubbish and Garbodor, so they're basically garbage Pokemon. We could get a slightly variation of that. I don't think we will because we already saw that Trubbish and Garbodor were just like they actually are, that they didn't look any different. But imagine if there was like a Garbodor that was, instead of a bag, it was like a garbage bin. And I'm not saying that's a good idea or that would be, it's just to explain what I have in mind. Now of course these are 2 very simple ways to go about it. I'm pretty sure you guys in the comments will find clever ways to make this happen, like we getting some sort of different versions of old Pokemons. But yeah, basically let's explore a little bit more of these ideas. First we go with the there's no regional variants, there's just Mega Evolutions idea. So if they choose to be like, okay, you're not gonna get some futuristic versions of some old Pokemon, some Lumiose City Pokemons, but you're just gonna get some Megas. Well, then it better be some really cool Megas and a good amount. We should be getting some fan favorites like, I don't know, Mega Flygon, Mega Slacking, something like that. And I don't know, just to throw a number out, I'm thinking in the 30 Mega Evolutions ballpark. How about that? I mean, yeah, 30 Mega Evolutions for a brand new game, I'll take it. You're not gonna give me any regional variants? Alright, then give me 30 Mega Evolutions, that could be really good. If we get something like 14 Mega Evolutions and we don't get regional variants, then I would be a little bit disappointed. Or am I being too unrealistic here? Maybe it should be like something like 20 Mega Evolutions? Yeah, I feel like I'm being too greedy with 30 Mega Evolutions. Maybe just 22. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I feel like, yeah, Mega Evolutions are gonna be cool. A lot of people will be giving it life through fan art and all of that, but I feel like I'm not really even gonna use as many Megas. I might use 2 or 3 Mega Evolutions that I like in the game. So yeah, I also think it doesn't make a lot of sense to just do a lot of Mega Evolutions. Like 30, yeah, maybe I was a bit too crazy with that. Now the question remains, will that be enough for some people to be like, okay, I'm getting enough new content? Because I feel like there's also people that don't really enjoy Mega Evolution. I remember back in the day when X and Y released and we had the Mega Evolutions for the first time around, people in general, at least in Mexican community, they did not like Mega Evolutions at all. And after that, people started enjoying Mega Evolutions a lot. Like after Sun and Moon, then we got Sword and Shield, and people were really fan of Mega Evolutions. So it started getting a lot of fan acceptance. Yeah, even me that I didn't like Mega Evolutions a lot, I enjoy them much more now. Well, yeah, I was a child, and so I remember being like, oh no, they're profanating the series that I like so much. What is this Mega Evolution things? But now you grow and you're like, okay, well, I mean, it's a gimmick, it's fun, you know, they just wanted to try something different. It's good that they did it, just adds more variety to the Pokemon formula. And yeah, I think they could take that route, which is being like, okay, here you go, 22 Mega Evolutions, we don't got much regional variants, we don't got any on that front, but here you go, this is enough content, enough new Pokemon designs. Because at the end of the day, why do we want a new Pokemon? First of all, it's just exciting being like, okay, here's another brand new creature. And most importantly, I think we just want to see new designs. So yeah, now let's explore the second idea, which would be, okay, so basically this city, Lumiose, has had some Pokemons, and some Pokemons have evolved in some sort of way to adapt themselves to their environment. And the way in which we're gonna explore is, let's just imagine how Pokemons could adapt to a city. And yeah, I know that I said that it was just a joke, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Imagine if Garbodor, instead of a garbage bag, it was a garbage bin. That would be legendary. And now that I got that out of the way, I just had to. And now we just gotta understand where Pokémon Legends Z-A is located in time. I would even go as far as calling it a little bit futuristic, because in the trailer we see that you can get to the rooftop of a building, right? And the elevator to do so is like a teleportating machine in some sort of way. Like you are down the building and then there's you go into this hologram and then you just appear in a hologram in the rooftop. So yeah, I would say Legends Z-A is a little bit futuristic. So with that in mind, we had to make some upgrades to some Pokemons that are a bit futuristic. Not too much. We don't want something like Pokemon Violet, where these Pokemons are just made of metal and they are robots. Nothing like that, nothing crazy like that. But a little bit futuristic, like the Pokemon could have a purpose in a slightly futured society, to say it some way. Apart from the Garbodor, I have other 3 ideas. One would be they would use Fletchling for deliveries. Yeah, I know it sounds futuristic, but you still gotta get your food. You still gotta get some packages, maybe some Pokeballs, some medicines. And for that, they could actually use Fletchling and its evolutions. And the feathers of this Fletchling variant would resemble a uniform, you know, like he's working on DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever it is. I know it sounds a bit silly, but it could also be cute. Like imagine this little bird that we know it's Fletchling, but its feathers look just a bit different and it just looks like it has a uniform. That could be really cute. And yeah, I don't think it would have like a use for us. Like it's not like we're gonna need somebody to give us something via fletchling or send us some medicine or whatever via fletchling, but rather it could be more of a story building and world building aspect of it. Just kind of like, oh yeah, we use fletchling to send little things. Yeah, that's it. And the second idea, which sounds a bit crazy, but it plays a lot into this modern, kind of a little bit futuristic idea, and it could be pretty fun to watch actually, would be Magnemites that have like a color light, you know, like maybe warm lighting, maybe cold lighting, or maybe all types of RGB colors, maybe red, maybe blue, whatever color it is. But okay, what I'm picturing is warm colors. So imagine like this kind of like orangey light, and then you go to a Lumiose cafe, and instead of just light bulbs, they have some Magnemite, you know? Like in a way, these Magnemites are light bulbs and they connect to the city's power grid. Oh yeah, that's actually great. Like imagine they're kind of like employees of the city, and they just get fed, and yeah, basically they just have a really good life, and they can be illuminating the city. They just receive energy. It's pretty cool. That's actually a great idea. Like the potential for this is actually amazing. Imagine even outside of the games, even after Pokémon Legends Z-A, in Christmas they just release Christmas lights, and it's just Magnemite of different colors. That could be really fun. In the Japan Pokemon centers, they could have also Magnemite illumination. Man, I shouldn't be giving this idea away for free. Like this is really cool. I feel like Pokemon should play a little bit harder on this real life type of Pokemon, like Sinistea, which is basically like a cup of tea Pokemon. Like they should actually sell this. Maybe they do in Japan, or I don't really know if they do, but they should sell it around the world. Like I am in Mexico, and that would be really fun to just buy a Sinistea and just like I don't even drink from cups, but I would actually buy it. And also like the Magnemite lights that I'm saying, that could actually be really fun for Christmas. Sorry, I just started branching off there. But yeah, the third Pokemon that they could add, it could be like a Go-Goat, that it looks a little bit more like a motorcycle, you know, like kind of to travel the city. And the horns look a little bit more like handles. I mean, Go-Goat design already looks like the horns are handles, so I mean you could make it just more city-like, because you know it has like these bushes in its back. Maybe you could do something where it has even like bioluminescent stripes or something. I don't know, just make it more city-like. That could be really fun. And I don't know if I remember correctly, but I feel like Furfrou was a really important Pokemon to Lumiose City back in X and Y, wasn't it? Maybe they could also implement something for Furfrou. It could be like a security Pokemon for all the businesses that are in Lumiose City. Yeah, like instead of human security guards, they could have Furfrous, and it could be even required by the law. I don't really know if that's necessary. I just made that up. Not realistic at all, but you know what could be really fun? Like if we could just get just this one Furfrou that is just different from the rest of the Furfrous, and it just takes care of the city at night or something. It could be a little bit of a side mission, side quest that we could go into. I mean, it's like 3 AM when I'm recording this, so don't blame me for this idea, please. But yeah, like a legendary type of Furfrou that there only exists one of, that could be pretty interesting concept to explore. Fun fact, it's exactly 3 AM in the 3rd of March, which is the 3rd month. That's pretty cool. So yeah, basically those are the ideas that I have for some Pokemon that could be adapted to a slightly futuristic place, which would be Lumiose City in Pokémon Legends Z-A. I think I did a good job with the Magnemite and the Fletchling. The the Furfrou, that wasn't even inspired a little bit on Lumiose City. I just invented that out of nowhere. The urbanized motorcycle looking Go-Goat is also a cool idea. And please let me know if you got any ideas on how we could get some sort of regional forms in Pokémon Legends Z-A. Do you think we're gonna get regionals at all, or do you think it's just gonna be megas? Either way, I'm here for the ride. Whatever they do, I'm gonna be happy with it, honestly, because I'm really excited for Pokémon Legends Z-A. I want to explore a little bit more of that Lumiose City. It looks very interesting. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Please subscribe. And with that, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the absolute best. Goodbye.